Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So anyway, I want to welcome all the Sangat that we have from GT1, GT3, is it? Yeah, yeah. And everyone else, people who have made an effort to come here, and those people who've been participating in some of our programs that we've been doing. So when I call GT, it's just a program that bring or the medicine with Bill or with Sanj. It's just a program that we're doing. But what it brings together with the Hirda medicine now that we've started with some new individuals is that there's this collective energy that's growing. This collective energy that's growing. And I want to touch on a couple of things today. One is what blinds us. What blinds us from reality? And what is the implication of that which blinds us? And within the kind of wisdom traditions, they talk about the demonic energies and the non-demonic energies. And the demonic energies are not necessarily external, but they are internal. So energies that are demonic are as a result of the impact they have. So these energies would be, so there is infatuation. It's an energy that has an impact on another and you. The energy of lust, the energy of greed, the energy of craving. But out of all of these, and it is said there's a story in the Upanishads, which is said when the five met, the energy of anger, the energy of lust, the energy of greed, the energy of infatuation, the energy of attachment, when all of them met together and they wanted to go into a battle. They wanted to go into a battle with awareness. And what was going to win? Is awareness going to win? Or are these five elements going to win? These mental states. All of them went through their stories, which I can't remember now. And all of them had a point where they couldn't go any further until anger spoke. And anger said, no, leave it to me. Because I blind them. I make them blind. And in blindness, I can make them do anything. Lust has an energy that goes and it comes. But anger is an energy that you can just keep feeding through resentment. And what anger does is it destroys. It destroys. First, it destroys your body. It destroys your body. It creates a toxic environment within the entire body, from head to toe. Then it destroys any relationships you have. In anger, you will say things that can't be taken back. Words are much, much deeper than a slap across the face because it's an energy. And when you charge an energy with an emotion, so the emotion is anger, which you then attach to a word, a frequency. And that frequency creates a energetic, it's like a target. It's like an arrow. Goes in, goes deep. But if you keep feeding it, resentment, because anger only lasts 3 or 4 minutes. But in those 3 or 4 minutes, it can destroy everything, right? So in that moment, in that process of the blindness, the damage that it does around, it's completely blind to it. It's just blind to it. And this idea of letting go anger is a false idea. Because anger is not a thing you can let go of. It's what you become. It's what shape you become. It's what you take on. It's what you become. And that's the only reason the awareness is blinded, because you become it. And as a result, all that's within you, the heat that's within you, will only be understood, no, well, not even understood, will be recognized after the event. After the event, right? You will always notice you had an angry outburst or whatever it is. It is afterwards you realize maybe that went too far, right? Or whatever. Or maybe you were justified. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. In that moment of blindness, what you have said, what you have done, because it is charged with that emotion, becomes an entity in itself. Now, the implications of this are not just about, hey, it's, created a bit of cortisol in you and noradrenaline, and your nervous system is all impacted, and your vagus nerve is overstimulated, and your brain waves have changed to be up. It's not just all that, and your EM field has changed. It's not just that. That's just one part of it. This stuff is stored in you as a fractal, as a little organic piece of energy, like a seed. So the Tibetans have a brilliant piece of work. If you ever get the time to go through it, it's called the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Well worth reading. Oh, well, it's a bit heavy, so you don't want to really read it. You want someone to narrate it. Leonard Cohen does a great job of it, right? So you can listen to that. And they understand this process of life and beyond life. Well, no, I wouldn't call it life. I'll call it living and not living in the same reality, okay? Because it's a transition. So they examine this whole process of what we call dying through their lens of awareness. And they've understood that there are three parts to this, from this side to the other side. Three parts to this. Amongst these parts, there are parts when you are confronted with the demons, the demonic energy. Those demonic energies aren't external. It's what you've created here. And those wrathful angels, or whatever they call them, deities and the peaceful ones, are what you've created here. And if you listen to any near death experience, you will see that there are many references to how life changes when one comes back. How completely life changes. How things that you thought were really important become nonsensical. Now, where does anger arise? How does it arise? There are only one of two reasons, or two reasons that I can think of. Number one, where something is being taken away from you, anger will arise. So anger is an energy that runs between two banks. You have to disturb one of the banks in order for that river to arise. Yeah. So if you think of energy as a river of fire, just flows, 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 flows. Disturb one of those and it comes up. One is if it's trying to take something away from you that you are emotionally engaged with, right? Which you think is yours. Whatever. Could be the way you look, someone insults that. It could be your money, it could be your mobile phone, it could be whatever. Whatever you think is yours. The moment that's threatened, that you're going to lose it, you're going to experience anger. And the other thing is, when you think you want something and something prevents it, that's the other reason anger will arise. You want to do something, you want to get somewhere, and something prevents you. Time, person, whatever. You get angry. So anger only has two parts that it motivated. Anger is normally associated with your egoic complex. It's what you think you are. So you call someone a insult because of their race. If they identify with that, matters to them. But if they don't identify with that, it's nonsense. Something my mother taught me when I was young, when we first came into this country, The racism was quite rough. And she said, it's dogs. They bark. That's their noise. That's what they do. That's what they do. But you have to be the mind of an elephant. The elephant keeps walking, even the dogs keep barking. Yeah? Good wisdom. Because as a child, you see the elephant and you see the dogs. No? And you create a different relationship. Create a very different relationship. So, why do I speak about this today? Because I feel we are now entering in that space. Because anger will arise because something's been taken away. And what's being taken away? Your illusion of reality. Your illusion of reality. What we think real to be. What we think, whether it is people, whether it's family, whether it's work, it makes no difference. Makes no difference anymore. It is now about what is ethically appropriate for humanity. And it's not that you fit ethics in your life, on the contrary, it's how you fit in the ethics of the universe. It's not taking any prisoners. It doesn't matter what it is. And if that means humanity is wiped out, makes no difference. Makes no difference. The idea of selling you fear, etc., simply to enable a particular system of control. So as these layers get revealed about yourself as well, what you thought you had it all together or not get together, even your own realizations, these too motivate anger. God, why didn't I see that? Three sides to that. Okay, so last bit. Start, middle, end. This is the nature of existence. Nothing, absolutely nothing in this world exists, can exist, or has ever existed that does not have a start, a middle, and an end. Doesn't matter what it is. Day, light, planet, supernova, neutrinos, antineutrinos, whatever. It doesn't matter. The deeper you look, the more bigger it gets. The further you look, the bigger it gets. Existence is beyond comprehension. Beyond comprehension. And as a result of being consumed in fear and anger, we've forgotten that which is. And so when we say how we fit into the ethics of existence is recognizing that within which we are able to experience what we experience as human beings in this moment of start, middle, end. So anger follows the same pattern. So stage one, after the event, you realize, oh, maybe I went too far. Yeah, this is where most people are. Bit of meditation. In the middle, while you're in it, you begin to recognize it. You begin to recognize yourself. You begin to recognize the sensations. You begin to recognize something about you being in a different state. As soon as you recognize it, it'll drop. Anger can never last if you become aware that you're angry. The moment you start becoming aware you're angry, anger begins to subside. Right? Anger doesn't like to be seen. Just one of those things. No? So, stage one, after the event. Stage two, bit of meditation, bit of awareness while it's happening, while that state change is going on in you. How? Because you've been doing something, you have awareness of yourself, so you begin to recognize when things change. As a result, you then cultivate a recognition, and through awareness, you now go to the final stage. When the trigger is pressed, when those words are expressed, when you see something that you can't change, when something is being taken away that you feel is mine, you see the trigger and you see the reaction. As soon as you see the reaction, you have control. That's what meditation takes you to. In that, is where we begin to actually access freedom, liberation, mukti, whatever you want to call it. We begin to see the glimpse of it. The only thing that keeps us bound in our suffering is the fact that we believe the nonsense we tell ourselves and the nonsense that we're told to tell ourselves. Right now, if you were to watch any of the propaganda channels, you will find within about 15 minutes your blood will rise, your heart rate will change, more cortisol. Go and sit in your park for 10 minutes, even though it's cold, with a couple of friends and a hot coffee, and you'll find things begin to chill out. And if you look within yourself, you will find you're at peace. So allowing this access inwards of information is something that we all should become a little bit more cautious of, a little bit more cautious of. And secondly, critical thinking. Because everyone else is thinking the sky's going to fall, doesn't mean it ain't going to fall. Or the other way around. Critical thinking. Question your own thinking. Question your own thinking, get to your experience. And remember, the only certainty that we can actually depend on is this moment. And whatever you cultivate in the moment of now will take you into the next moment. And every moment, although we call it a moment, is in fact the ever-present eternal. So go back to that and you will find there is peace there is calm, irrespective of what's going on in the world. And all you're doing is preparing yourself for now and for your transition. And everyone's going to have a transition. Yeah, no one's ever escaped. So this is the message, I think, for 2025. Awareness, recognize humanity for what it is, recognize that you will lose your life. You will lose the purpose of what it means to be human if you keep yourself consumed in emotional baggage. It's not worth it. What do you want on your gravestone? Oh, he was really pissed off. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So it's that. Remind yourself of that. Remind yourself of that. It ain't worth it. Keep it together. Keep keep yourself. Look after yourself because only you can invest in yourself. No one else can. I think we'll leave it there today. Enough of a rant. Yeah. Okay. All right. So meditation, as usual, we begin with our posture. And just straighten yourself. Pull your shoulders back a little bit. And if you pull your chin in slightly, you will notice the back of the neck stretching. And you want to notice that if we can. Yeah. So you become a little bit more present in the body. Okay. And as you draw your next breath in, you bring your focus to your body as best as you can. And your purpose at this moment is to notice if there's anything within the body itself that's a pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch, anything that draws your focus. And to help you do this, if you imagine a hula hoop above your head, and as this hoop comes down, it begins to scan your body, moving all the way down across your eyes, all the way down, all the way down. Okay. Next breath in, bring your focus to the seat you're on. And as you bring your focus to the seat, I want you to see if you can allow yourself to be really held by the seat beneath you, the ground beneath you, so you can afford to let go of it. And to help you position and locate yourself, notice how firm the ground beneath you is. Notice the environment around you, how it holds you. Notice that the air in front of you is the only breath you can draw. Notice how the breath moves in, the breath moves out. And then just expand your focus, becoming aware of the room that you're in. And slowly expanding this awareness, locating yourself in the building. And this moment that you're experiencing is being experienced with all the stars, with all the fish, the oceans, the blades of grass, the butterflies. All individuals exist and share this moment with you, bringing your focus to the seat you're on. Notice the sensations where the chair, the seat makes contact with your body. From those sensations, move your focus up, becoming aware of your hips. From your hips, allow this awareness to move down your thighs towards your knees. And then from your knees, you allow this focus to drift down, scanning the back of your legs, scanning the front of your legs. And then notice your feet. And then notice the soles of your feet. Next breath in, bring your focus back to the seat you're on. And now just notice the back. As you breathe in, bring your focus from your lower back to your middle back. From your middle back to your shoulder blades. All the time looking for sensations. And if you notice a pain or an ache or a tightness, just notice where it is. No need to judge it or think about it. Bringing your focus to your shoulders. See if you can soften your shoulders somewhat. And then gently moving your focus down to your elbows, down to your wrists, Notice the palms of your hands. Notice your fingers. Next breath in, bring your focus towards your eyes and begin to notice what you have awareness of. Is it darkness? Is it lights? And this awareness is what you are. Can't be switched off, ever present, always on. Next breath out, allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, bring your focus towards your lips. Notice your upper lip. Notice your lower lip. And then allow this awareness to move within your mouth. Sensations all around your mouth, within your mouth. Notice the roof of your mouth. Inside cheeks. Allow your tongue to soften. Allow your jaw to soften. On your next breath out, you allow your face to soften. As the breath comes in, you become aware of yourself as best as you can. And again, you're going to notice what's going on with your body. Stage 1 of meditation. Relaxed, self-aware. And now gently bring your focus beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. Relaxed awareness. Allowing the breath to breathe by itself. Holding your focus as lightly as you can, following your in-breath in, following your out-breath out. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. On your next breath in, you're going to bring your focus within yourself. And by this we mean your thoughts and how you're feeling. Your subtle body. Your inner body. Notice if there are any dominant thoughts in your mind. Gently bring your focus now to your chest and begin to notice the movement of your chest in rhythm with your breath. Allowing your chest, following it in, following it out. As the breath moves in, as the breath moves out. Your focus is just on your chest. And as you hold your focus on your chest, begin to notice the sensations. How these subtle sensations change around your ribs as the breath moves in, as the breath moves out. And gently as you breathe in, bring your focus a bit deeper into yourself, right where your heart should be. Holding it center of your chest. And as you hold your focus there, waiting, holding your focus there so the way you feel becomes clearer. And as you look within that space, notice how you're feeling at this moment. Is this moment enough? Hold your focus. Notice how you feel. Do you feel settled, calm, irritated, unsettled? Right this moment. On your next breath out, open your focus to all the sounds around you. Begin to listen to any sound, any noise that may be around you. Allow it to come to you. You don't need to look for it. Gently bring your focus beneath your nose and once again begin to watch your breath. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. Every time you find your focus has drifted, you started thinking about something, bring your focus back, gently but firm. Your commitment is to hold your focus to your breath. And now, to help you get deeper into this moment, you begin to follow your breath all the way till the end. Following your out breath, notice when it finishes. Notice how you're breathing now. How has the breath changed? This shift in the breathing indicates changes in the brain waves, changes in the biology, nervous system. Stay with your breath. Simply by following your out breath all the way till the end, you begin the process of changing your entire being. Does your breath feel long or does it feel short? Begin to recognize the breath, the change in your breath. Does your breath feel fast or does it feel slow? And now bringing your focus to the sound of your breath, allowing your awareness to get a bit deeper, listening, listening, listening to the in breath as it moves in, listening to the out breath as it moves out. Once again, you're going to open your focus to all the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Listening. If you get lost in your thoughts, come back to your breath. Listening. No commentary, no judgment. Just listening. Take a moment to notice your experience. Notice the shared silence. Notice how silence is the foundation of everything. Everything exists within silence. Notice how the silence is within you. In fact, that is what you are, silence. Gently bring your focus beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. On your next breath out, expanding your focus from your breath to include your whole body again. Notice if there's any discomfort in the body. Is there a pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch that draws your focus? And then moving your focus to your seat again. Again, allow yourself to be held, to be supported, to notice how the seat, the ground beneath you holds you. Always has and always will. Sensations where the chair or the seat makes contact with your body. And then we use those sensations and move up towards our hips. Allow this awareness to move down our thighs, bringing our focus back into the body. From our knees, move down towards your ankles. Take your time. Notice your feet. And then once again, we go to the soles of our feet, and you want to hold your focus there for a short while. Allow yourself to be grounded. And then if you bring your focus back to the seat you're on, notice your back is straight and upright. Shoulders relaxed, arms, hands comfortable. Notice the eyes are still closed. The mouth is still closed, and the face is relaxed, bringing your focus back to your breath. As the breath moves in, you can sense your body. As the breath moves out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, I'm at peace. Breathing out, I'm at peace. Breathing in your whole, breathing out your whole. When you hear the bell, use this bell to draw a few slow, deep breaths in, gently coming back Opening your eyes, take your time, but bring some of that peace back